Hi Privini, welcome to program. Thank you very much for your contribution and your continuous help. Privini, tell us why a person should aware about myths and facts about mental health.
When we know the facts, we can definitely defeat the myths. So then we can overcome the stigmas and maybe our wrong ideas, wrong conceptions about this whole matter of mental health field. So we can always reach out for right support if we know the facts, if we know the truth. So it's always advisable, it's always better to get into this awareness, get into the light. We know myths or being in darkness, that's simply believing in myths. So if we come out of this darkness, if we come out of the myths, then we can always enjoy the benefits of being in light. So it's really definitely needed to be very well aware about the myths and facts about mental health.
And how much damage can be done by the myths about mental health for a person?
Yeah, actually, the cost of not knowing the facts can even range up to the cost of your life. Okay, as we know, there are many suicidal attempts and many self-harm that is happening when you are not stable mentally. So simply it can even cost your life or your loved one's life. So if we go beyond, it can even cost you a lot of things like the happiness in your life, maybe the success in your life. It would delay you from reaching your goals and dreams in life. So simply said, not knowing the real facts and being in ignorance can cost you many things like time, money, energy, many resources, and you would lose many opportunities in your life as well. So we can win over all these things if we know the real facts.
Why a person should think there is a possibility for he or she will get into a mental health issue?
Okay, if we simply think, okay, can you say that you will never get any stomach ache in your life? You will never get a headache in your life? You will never get a fever in your life? No, right? We don't know. So it's the same when it comes to mental health as well. You or me, we, any one of us, we can get any mental health problem in our lives when maybe when the things are not so easy for us, maybe we are stressed up, maybe hard times do show up in our life, we might lose our emotional stability. So it can even be because of any personal traits or maybe any hidden childhood trauma is triggering itself up. So because of all these things, time on time, we might go through difficult periods in our life, and maybe we might lose the hormonal and chemical balance in our brain, and
Mhm.
we might get emotionally challenged. So there's no time. We can't say, okay, this is I might not get any problem. I'm so and so. I'm so educated. I'm a doctor. Like we can't say a doctor will not get any sickness in his life. Even doctors do reach out to get medicine when they are sick. So it's the same when it comes to mental health as well. Anybody, including you and me, can get affected from mental health issues. There was a recent survey done in the US in 2020, which showed that 1 out of each 5 adults have experienced a mental health issue in their life. Even you and I can get included within these numbers. It can be any time that we might get such problems. And if we further go with this data, it has been shown that 1 out of 20 people live with a clinically significant mental disorder. It's not
Mhm.
simply a mental health challenge, but a significant mental disorder, maybe like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, major depression, or something like that. So 1 out of each 20 people. So it shows that we all have this vulnerability within us. We all have this possibility or these weaknesses within us. It is a matter of what goes outside, what happens around us that might uh, even like that might increase the risk of getting into these problems. So
Mhm.
if we further discuss the suicide, it's a
Mhm.
major issue when we discuss about the mental health field. So suicide has been found to be the second most leading cause of death among the people of the age range 10 to 24. So it's actually double the death rate by homicides as well. So
Mhm.
always, we should always remember that mental health problems can affect anyone at any time, not excluding me and you. Yeah.
And how about for children? Because other than if there's an accident and got a physically damage to brain and other things, normally we think kids are very healthy. Okay, so they can't be exposed to any mental health issues, especially emotional matters, because they are still learning those. So how they could get this one without having that physical damage?
So, if when we talk about children, children are a more fragile version of humans. Okay, more fragile, more weak, more they are in more need of support and more need of care. So it's the same when it comes to mental health as well. Children are more fragile in their mentality, in their emotions. They have less idea, less experience when it comes to managing their emotions and all that. So that it's that's true that most of us we think children don't get mental health problems. Oh, come on, they are still kids, they will not understand this, they will not get much of a negative influence from all these problems happening outside, why to worry, we just think. But that's always a myth. The fact is that any child is vulnerable to mental health concerns, especially it can be that they might be showing some early warning signs at an early age. Maybe they are not developing a full blown mental health uh, disorder at a young age, but still there might be certain signs, early warning signs that showcase they might be having some mental health challenges. So actually, when you come to mental health, age is just a number. So starting from a little kid till our deathbed, throughout our life, when different difficult times do, difficult situations do come across, then we might get challenged. So, if we go by the facts and figures, by the statistics, it has been shown that 50% of mental health disorders first show their starting initial signs by the age of 14. We know 14 years means it includes the childhood and the early teenagers. So 50% of the mental health disorders show their initial signs, early warning signs by that age. And again, 75% of mental health disorders show their first signs by the age of 24. Just imagine these figures, numbers, and facts. It's difficult to be comprehended. But yes, so all these show that children are at a high risk of mental health challenges, and their conditions might get even worse when they don't get the necessary family support, social support, and caring they need. So childhood trauma actually is one of the major leading factor for many other psychological problems that might pop up later in life. So all this childhood trauma might get hidden for the moment, but later they might pop up, and lead to some further damage. So it's always advisable as parents, as adults, it's all our duty to be watchful, to be alert about our children, have an eye on the adolescents. And if there are any warning signs, as caregivers and parents, we should always take timely intervention, and timely support should be always given to our kids.
And there's another very interesting question here, because you have mentioned even a person who's having mental health issue, or we can name as a patient now, taking medicine and taking some therapeutic support. How can that person live a normal life? Because we normally thinking that person have to live a special life with special care and attention with others. How that person can be a normal person going for a work, or maybe doing some work at home and be like normal?
Mhm.
How it can be happen?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, this is a very common myth that we all carry. Okay, so we think that, come on, people with mental health challenges, they can't lead a normal life. How can they get into work? How can they lead a family life? We always question that. We have that question mark in our mind. But the real fact is no. There are many people, many number of people that cannot even imagine that who lead a normal life despite all their mental health challenges. So yes, sometimes when if the mental health problem is very severe, then their life, daily living will be challenged. But still, when the ideal care and the required support is given, they can, with time, they can improve and they can get back to an average daily functioning. So they can get back to their studies, they can lead a normal family life, they can become friends and perform better at their jobs, and they can be the same person that they used to be. So in most of the cases, people with mental health problems can just be as productive as the other employees, just be as productive as the healthy population. So it, in recent surveys also, it has been shown that the employers have commented that uh, when they compare the when they compare the number of people whom they have employed during the last period, so the people with mental health problems, they perform better, they sometimes report better attendance, they have high punctuality, high motivation, they have a good team spirit, and a long job tenure, or maybe they are equally or even performing greater than the other employees. These facts have been proven. So yes, when if the condition is full blown, then their life would be challenged. But with proper care and support, with time, they can definitely lead a normal life, just like you and me.
Can we overcome all the mental health issues, or are there any exceptions?
Yeah. To answer your question, not all, but some mental health problems can be completely cured with time and with proper support. Okay. So, but even in the cases where we cannot get that complete cure, even there, with therapy and with proper intervention, with proper social support, we can definitely improve their condition from getting worse.
Mhm.
So it's always better if we can support somebody to feel good, right? So why not? So it's the best advice is the best answer I can give you is support and timely intervention is highly necessary from the right person at the right time, plus along with this social support. So when all this support is given, then we can expect a better cure, and we can give more hope to these people with mental health problems, and they will eventually improve in their living conditions. So it's always better to give them time, give them then support, and help them in their recovery process. If we discuss about this recovery, the meaning of recovery is it is a process where we are able to live, work, and learn, and also participate in our daily functioning as we used to be before. So it might take some time. It can be challenging. Yes, it is going to be challenging, but still, with all the support system, as you know, with the advancement of the technology and all that, we have more like we have more access to community support systems, we have a lot of mental health services offered, we have improved treatment facilities and new therapy modes that are entering into the field. So these new improvements also are helping these people to recover sooner and recover better, and yes, all these work amazingly.
Can a person who is having a mental health issue be calm? Because we thinking sometimes they are getting violent, they may be harming themselves, they may be sometimes harming others, because we have seen a lot of people have shoot to others or try to kill others are having a mental health issue. So the community will be get scared if somebody having a mental health issue, maybe at office, that person can become violent, maybe slapping somebody or maybe trying to kill somebody. So can a person who's having a mental health issue be calm?
Yeah, this is actually a very common myth that we all carry, that the people with mental health problems, they are very violent, very dangerous, and not to be safe to be around. We all think that. But the real fact is no. A majority of them are very sensitive, very kind, and nice to be friends with. So, but it's only a very minimal number of, very rare, minimal number of cases where the people turn unpredictable and where they can be dangerous and violent. But that is also, we can like understand, we can identify from his outlook, from his behavior, fine, this person is not so safe, and we can there would be ample time for us to be safe. So we no need to carry this notion that, oh my god, fine, come on, these people are all dangerous, we have to keep away. No. So this is something we should definitely clear up our mind from. And actually, the real fact is, the sad part is actually these people with mental health problems, they are the people who are at more risk to get harassed or to get victimized by the others, by the other people who are called so healthy and so mentally fit and strong. So it's like, actually it has been shown that a person with a severe mental illness is over 10 times more likely to be victimized by other people, maybe to become a victim of abuse, sexual abuse, or violent behaviors from the others. This is the saddest part, because they don't have much understanding, or they don't have much emotional control. So because of this itself, their vulnerability is exploited in a sad way by most of those so-called strong and healthy people. So this is, they actually highly deserve our empathy, our understanding, and all our support, all our social support. So we have to be always very kind and caring, and always we have to, it is our responsibility to take care of these people, to be friends with them and support them in whatever the way possible.
Now, how the close people of a mental health patient, maybe relations, friends, family members, or neighbors or colleagues, can help for him or her to overcome this issue?
The moment we get to know, okay, fine, our friend or our colleague or our neighbor is having a mental health challenge, we think, okay, fine, it's none of our business. We have nothing to do. We can't support this person. We'd keep aside and we'd keep watching. This is the notion most of the people in the society get. But no, we all can and we all should support them whenever we get an opportunity, because they are also people. They also highly deserve our attention, our care and love, and all our support. So as friends, as family, and as their loved ones, or maybe simply as a random stranger who just passes by, we can always make a big difference in their lives, in their challenging times. We can support them, maybe a little simple gesture of kindness, or maybe a little smile on our face can mean a lot for them. That will show them that the society cares for them, and it would definitely help them a lot in their recovery. Whenever possible, if we can show them the social support, the understanding that they need, maybe giving them the psychological comforting that they want, maybe we can give them recognition in social gatherings and all that whenever possible. Maybe at workplace we can show them the recognition. Maybe we can motivate them with positive hope for life. All these things we can simply do at home, maybe at workplace, or even outside in public. We can show them all this love, support, and care, and this is highly needed for them in their well-being, in ensuring their well-being. So let's be supportive. Let's play our role and duty to support anybody who is in need.
And what is your final message you can leave with our audience?
Yeah, okay. So I love this last question of yours. It's the final message. There should be something very valuable for us to carry on. So the best thing I need to say is, never be judgmental, or never ignore your buddy who may be struggling with an underlying mental health problem. Be always supportive, be always kind and caring to anybody. It doesn't need to be that supporting only the mentally challenged people. No, we have to be, as human beings, we have to be very humanistic. We have to be supportive, understanding, and non-judgmental, because we never know they are part of the story. We never know their hidden pain. We don't know how much they struggle to live this same moment. So always help someone whom you feel, especially when you feel somebody is in need, always show them your support. So, and there's a lot we can do, even more we can, in case if you get to know that your friends or your family member or somebody whom you notice is going through a hard time, then always try to reach out to them and let them know that there is support always available. Try to comfort them and try to direct them, or try to refer them to guide them how to access proper mental health support services. That is very much necessary. And then maybe you can simply show them understanding, kindness, and always try to give them a empathetic ear. Always be listening to them. Always listen to their story and try to help them overcome all their mental stressors that they are having, then maybe in another level, it's all our responsibility to treat with dignity and understanding to everyone who we meet. So when it comes to the people with mental health problems also, they are also people. They highly deserve our respect, and they need to have their own dignity in life. So I would like to say here that don't ever try to label the people with mental health challenges. Don't try to label them with their illness. Or maybe sometimes we use words like, okay, this guy is mad, he's crazy, he's psycho, and all that. We use these words, but never ever, even in a joke, never use these words, never label them. Instead, you can use very respectful words, and you can always make them feel far better. So let's spread the awareness against these myths about mental health by sharing all these true facts about the field. So let's learn the fact and defeat the myths. Then we can make the world a beautiful place, a safe place for everyone.
Thank you very much, Bhavini, for your time and contribution. So we hope to catch you again in our next issue as well. Until that, take care and goodbye.
Okay, thank you.